Keeping me, keeping you. I'm Rochelle. What have you been up to? Well, let's get it started once again. Okay, so for all of you who are new to this or unsure or just not quite aware, I support all people with PTSD. In particular, my background is supporting people around cancer and sport injuries. Why those? Those because I have personal experience with those topics. If you want to know more about my past, send me a message, get in contact with me, call me, email me, hit me up on social media. Also, some of my services, which include one-to-one support, group support, and transport support. Also, then, if you are just wanting to have a general coffee with me, please, let's start making appointments. General coffees are a good way to check in and see how that person is doing. Or if you just generally just want to know more about my services. So that's the start of that. Okay, so let's talk all things emotions. How have your emotions been? How has the people around your emotions been? For some people, this can be a really, really hard topic, and particularly when you are dealing with either big, over-the-top personalities or people who are in leadership positions who generally should not be in leadership positions. And it can be very, very heartbreaking to that person who has been trying their best and then someone will just tear them apart. How do you cope with those? Let me know. Also, another topic is getting out and about. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. People, if you know someone who is dealing with something really hard and they are going through a dark phase or they're not quite coping, please do not put crap on them. Do not put them down. Do not walk away from them. Help them, build them, grow them. And if you don't know how to, keeping me, keeping you is here. This is what I'm about. I'm about taking out the stigma and putting in that different education. So let's talk about some different education. Some of you are on your journey, and yes, that's great. You know, you're going from point A to point B. And so some of you are saying, I'm on my journey. Okay, that's fine. For you and me, I talk about it life. Everyday life. Someone is allowed to express their everyday life and say that they are dealing with PTSD because it's a part of their life. And sometimes it doesn't have a point B. And you need to let those people have their life, because some PTSDs are more than just a mental thing, it's a physical thing. And some you can't even see because they might cover it up with clothing. They might hold it really well. And so for those people, I'm here for you. Like you, I used life because this is where it needs to change. This needs to change within the general public. Because some people's life is affected every day. Whether that be from the trauma, a lot of things happen to your body and you go through a lot of pain that some people just kind of disregard. For example, okay, so I have IBS, and IBS for some people, they just think that's stupid. And a part of having IBS too is I also then have some counteractions which then make me on this weird level of being dairy intolerant, yeast intolerant, corn intolerant, and sugar intolerant. And yes, some of those categories are categorized in IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Whereas some of the others are just like, how does that even happen? Why is that affecting you like that? Oh, that's silly. And that can be really, really hurtful for those people. Another thing that people can't see. Iron deficiency. Iron deficiency affects me, and it hurts me when people say, oh, she's tired all the time. She's lazy. Okay, so let me show you. This brand, which I'll do upside down, I take. It doesn't give me pain bellies, and everyone who has to take iron deficiency tablets would know that some make you pain in belly when you have IBS on top of that. That one works well. However, for how many tablets that some people might take every single day, I only have to take twice a week. For 30 tablets, these cost around $20, give or take where you buy them from, some up to $25. So if you're buying $25 a month worth of tablets, that's insane. You don't get a discount. It's not part of the PBS. Okay, so I'm a real person dealing with real struggles, trying to make real changes. So if you're like me and you are either dealing with something, know someone, or you want to make that change, get in contact. Hit me up. If you see me in the street, say, hey, Rochelle, let's talk about keeping me, keeping you. If you can supply funding for someone who might need to see me, but they can't afford me because the NDIS doesn't exist for people with PTSD, which is silly because it's not an actual disability, yeah. This video is more than me sitting in my bedroom posting. If you want to make a real change, then start with keeping me, keeping you. Start with me. Hire me. See what I can do. If you want to take action, take a stance, look for something, here I am. Because I know the pain, I know the dark times, and I'm not a referral system. I'm going to be there for you, and I want this to grow. I want this to be Australia-wide. I want to be doing talks in schools, talks in workplaces, talks in businesses, because there are so many fundamental gaps missing. And so let's get started. I know this video is long. Thank you for those who have watched it all the way to the end. Until next time, this is Rochelle from Keeping Me, Keeping You. Ask someone. What have you been up to? Bye for now.